Hey everybody, this is Storytime number 2 of my boys series. If you all heard the one yesterday, was about what I thought was my first love, and this one might be, I don't know, it might be one of the most interesting ones. Maybe that one wasn't as interesting to you all, but this one is definitely interesting. So basically, this starts off in literally the day before my birthday, sophomore year. So again, my birthday's in February. This is the day before. So a while ago, like at the beginning of sophomore semester, I met this guy. I met this guy and his friends. Now, me and Jasmine's intentions for the beginning of the sophomore year was to have guy friends. We just wanted guy friends. We wanted somebody cool that we could talk to about different guys we're talking to and like relationships and stuff like that. Be able to have a guy's point of view on things. And so that was our whole mission. We were gonna get guy friends, and so we met these guys. Long story short, one of the guys started liking Jasmine, another guy started liking me, and we went over there. Mind you, I didn't like the guy at all, but we went over there and they ended up kicking us out of their room. To this day, we have no clue why. No clue why they kicked us. It was really dramatic. They like kicked us out of their room, like for real. You know, I always thought his friend was cute. The guy who liked me, I always thought his friend was cute. I never liked the guy. I always just wanted to be his friend. And so I went to a party the day before my birthday, and I saw the guy there, and I was like, let me talk to him, because when I'm drunk, and I'm like, okay, let me go and talk to him or whatever. And from there, we start talking. Like literally talking every day. I was kind of letting him know, like, don't be the type to not not be consistent, because I'm not gonna mess with you if you're not consistent. He said he's consistent and all that. So mind you, this is another basketball player, of course. I don't know why I always get caught up in it, but whatever. So basically, I started going over his house. Mind you, I think I'm not gonna say I was over his house a lot of days in the week, but I can't count on one hand how many days I went over there in the 1 month that we talked. But I was over his house a lot. Him and like the basketball players, they had their own little house, so I was over there a lot. And his friend, the guy I wanted to be friends with, I don't know, he never really spoke. I don't know if he was upset about it, but I wasn't trying to hurt his feelings. Whatever. So aside from that, you know, I would always be going over there. I would always end up spending the night, because we would just fall asleep after watching a movie. And so it was really seeming like this was gonna get serious. I'm like, finally, like, this guy is like no other guy that I've talked to. Like, I really like him, and I feel like I liked him in like a short amount of time, but I was really like, I really like this dude. Like, he's different. He's not like any of the guys that I've talked to. I can really talk to him about anything and everything. He's a consistent texter. You know, he'll snap me and all that. Like, this is great. This is gonna go somewhere. I can't wait for it. Of course it didn't go anywhere. Of course it didn't. This is basically what happened. Okay, so I was really excited to like finally do it with him. I was excited. I planned everything out. I went to the store and I got like lingerie and stuff, and I was like, this is gonna be special. You know, I can't wait. Like, this is gonna be really special. The first time we tried, he did not have a condom, and so it just wasn't happening. None of his friends had one, and so I'm mad, because I really was like ready, like, you know, got this little garter belt and stuff. I was ready, and so it's so funny when I think about it. And so I left that night because I was just mad. I was like, really, like, you knew we planned this out. You knew, so why didn't you have one? And so basically he called me. I ended up coming back, and we didn't do it. We just talked the rest of the night. That was the good thing about it. Like, we could just talk about anything. And so I don't know if this was the night after or what, but so I went over that day. I don't think I had the whole thing on. I think I just had matching stuff. And he had got like really, really high. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is going to be great. You know, it's going to be fun. Like I said, I was really looking forward to it. Because we had only been talking a month. But like I said, I like this dude so much. Like, so much. I was liking him on like the scale of how I liked the dude that I told you all about yesterday. When we were about to, I just knew something was wrong because it was taking too long. Like, it hadn't started yet, and I was wondering like what was going on, why hadn't it started. I guess this is the embarrassing part of it, which once again, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it is what it is. He couldn't get it up, and so I just kind of acted like it didn't happen. Like, we just was talking after that. Like, I acted like it didn't happen because, I mean, I knew we were gonna be good. It didn't matter. So, you know, the rest of the night I was just talking to him, went to sleep, you know, got up the next day. Everything was cool, so I thought. The next few days, he had went to like, I think like Tennessee or something. He was not talking to me at all. Like, at all. Like, wasn't really replying to anything. And I'm trying to think, is there something I did wrong? Because I didn't think that what happened the night before was gonna mess stuff up. And so I'm like, you know, what's wrong with you? I called him, and then he was like, you know what, just do you. And I'm like, what do you mean just do me? Like, I didn't even do anything wrong. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, you know, can we talk about it? He was like, well, where are you at now? And I'm like, well, I'm on my way to the mall. And he was like, well, call me after you get back from the mall. So I called him after I got back. And mind you, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. So I know he wasn't asleep. He was not answering my phone calls. Like, I don't know. My feelings were hurt because I was like, excuse me, like, why are you not answering my phone calls? I didn't do anything to you. And so I ended up texting him, you know, long paragraph type shit, talking about, you know, I really never thought that you would be this type of guy to ignore me. I don't know what I did wrong, blah, blah, blah. The text was not answered until the next morning, but I saw him walking to class before he even answered the text message. Oh, I'm like, okay, like, why hasn't he answered my text message yet? So he ends up answering it, and then he was like, you know, I didn't know how to tell you this, but what happened the other night had never happened to me before, and I thought when you said that you were just talking to me, that you were talking to other people too. So I have a girl back home, you know, I want to get back with, something like that. And I was just like, okay, that's so fucked up, you know. That's really fucked up because I didn't treat you no type of way after it happened, but you were acting like I did something to you by not responding to me, telling me to go do me and stuff like that. And I had never treated you no type of way after it. Like, you know, I thought we were good, and it didn't really matter because we could have tried again. But, you know, he made it awkward, and he decided he wanted to focus on somebody else. So I'm like, fuck it, what's the point? I ended up I had to go over to his house and get, like, I left a onesie over there. I had to go back over there and get my onesie. I had his hoodie, and he was like, you know, just keep it. I ended up throwing the hoodie away because I don't want any type of reminder of that. But after that whole thing happened, I was really just taken back from guys because I'm like, that's so messed up. You can really be like super good to somebody, and they'll still find any reason like to stop talking to you. okay, I get that's an embarrassing situation, but how you treated me after it, like I did something, was so wrong. You know, after the whole thing happened, I think for like a few months after that, I would always be like drunk calling him. Not on purpose. I just always drunk call people. Especially people that I still like and stuff. Would drunk call him or whatever. But it would really be nothing. But like to this day, I mean, he'll still say hi to me, but it's still kind of awkward because I don't know, it's just awkward. And I still, every time I think about it, I think how messed up it was and how we really probably could have been something, you know, a something, but we weren't because of that stupid shit that happened. You know, you just decided to, whatever we had, you know, telling me how much you liked me and all that, that just went out the window as soon as something awkward happened. So I don't know. I still really don't understand what truly happened, or was he really messing with somebody back home, or like, were you that embarrassed that you couldn't, I don't know. I felt like we could have talked about anything, and we could have talked about that, and he didn't want to talk about it. He wanted to text, and he wanted to make it seem like, oh, well, I thought you were doing this, so, you know, that's why I did this, and all that. Moral of this story is, I don't know, I just feel like never really expect things out of people, and definitely wait, because I feel like maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I didn't do anything with him because of how everything went down. Because what if another situation would have happened like that after I had already, like, if I had already had sex with him and another awkward situation happened and he just stopped talking to me randomly? It would have been like, okay, well, you just gave yourself to somebody and then they stopped talking to you because something awkward happened, when they really could have just talked to you about it and you really could have just worked stuff out. But like I said, it's crazy. So I don't know, protect your heart, ladies. But I do have other story times I'm going to be telling you. This was number 2, so tune in next week for 2 new stories in my boy series. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
They say you never know what you got till it's gone. You should have been there, now she's singing this song. Before this go wrong.